Storytime. And we're back. Now, happy Valentine's Day to all the lovers out there. The story is for you. Have you ever been on a date, like a real date, and you just thought to yourself, wow, I think I found the one? Well, think again. Now, before I begin the story, please keep in mind that all of this happened while I was still at the hotel. So typically when people visit the hotel, they start with the restaurant. They sit down, they have a date, and then later on probably book a room, which is expected. Now tell me this, what would you do if your date robs you? Well, I'll tell you what, nothing. You'll cry about it. That's pretty much all you can do. So this happens more than once. We've had guys book into the hotel with the intent of robbing their dates. I know, true story. I was fortunate enough to be at the reception when this happened to actually get an explanation from the victim. So these guys were really smart. I don't know how they lured women out, but they always successfully did it. Based on what the victims told me, the guy generally would be an attractive guy. He would usually lure women using an app like Tinder, and they wouldn't expect anything bad to happen to them. These guys would convince these women to travel from where they are and meet them at the hotel. They would chat for a week or two and meet them at the hotel for a date. That's how slick they were. Their first method of operating the scheme was from the hotel room. They would convince them to book the room with their money and convince them to lend them their phone to make a call. But it doesn't end there. Unfortunately for these victims, they sleep with the man before robbing them. Now imagine you are placed in a situation where you think you've found the one, only to get used and robbed by this person. How would that make you feel? Pretty shitty, right? But again, it's never their fault. They knew what they wanted from the moment they walked in. And unfortunately for these girls, it was never love. It never made sense to me why they kept targeting phones, but one can only imagine. Now, whenever these things happened, it would always end up the same way. You know, the girls come crying to us, they would be stranded, they don't know anyone in the area. And I'll tell you this, if it wasn't for social media, these girls would probably be homeless at this moment. You know, the more I think about it, love really does suck. I just wish that this didn't happen as often as it did, but it does.
Thanks for listening, guys. Remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel for more content. See you next time.